loves, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, hello, my name is Mika. Thank you so much for stopping in. So let's talk about how to win the game of cat and mouse. Y'all really want to know my thoughts and opinions about how you can win the game of cat and mouse? Well, stick in and we'll talk about that in just a moment. So if you don't know what cat and mouse is, that is when two people like each other and they try to one up each other as far as, well, usually the runner, that's the mouse. The runner is the one that tries to one up the cat, which is the chaser, just to try to, it's an ego boost, honestly. Like, so they know that the cat, the chaser, likes them a lot, and the runner usually likes the cat as much as the cat likes the mouse. But it's just this game, you know, of let me make him chase or make her chase, because it can be either one. Women or men could be in either position. So how do you win the game? In my opinion, you win the game by not playing the game, because we grown and nobody has time for you to be playing, trying to run away, especially as the runner, as the mouse. Nobody has time for that. It may be cute for a little bit, but after a while, a person's gonna give up on you. They're not gonna want to keep chasing you. You playing on the phone one minute, you Speedy Gonzalez texting them back and replying and being all attentive, and then the next minute you going a full 4, 5, 6 hours to a whole day before you respond to their message or answer their calls. And no, you know, at first it may be, you know, at first, you know, they may be willing to do that because they, especially if they really like you, they may think you're beautiful or attractive in some type of way, or it's something that they want from you. I mean, let's be real. You know, we go after what we want, and you know, it ain't always your looks, it ain't always your money. Sometimes it's your body, sometimes it's just your conversation. Like, you know, you just don't know. But the point is, they're chasing you for a reason. And I feel like if you like the other person, then don't play the cat and mouse game. Like, why are you trying to be the mouse and running every time that they start getting comfortable with talking to you and seeing you and stuff? Put in that same effort, because that's a bigger ego boost to actually get the person and can keep the person than making them chase you. Because after a while, you try running down the street. Go ahead, go on a run, and tell me that you don't get tired eventually while you're running. No matter how much, you know, energy you built up, no matter how long you've been a runner, at some point you're going to get tired of running. And so it's the same for a relationship or a friendship even. I see people play that game in friendships as well. They go, I just want to make sure this person really wants to be my friend. How you know if you always running? Just because they're reaching out to you and trying to spend time with you, that does not equate to them actually liking you. They just might still be curious about what kind of person you are, and they want to talk to you so they can get to know that information. That doesn't necessarily mean that they just think you're an amazing person, that they don't see nobody but you. I mean, they may keep chasing you because, like I said, there's a reason. Whatever the reason is, friend, relationship, they want to have sex, whatever it is, they're going to keep chasing you. But eventually, in between that time, until they get burnt out and give up, they may start talking to other people too. And if you really want them, then why play the game? You see what I'm saying? Like, you can still earn the respect. You can still get your point across, whatever point you're trying to make, without playing mind games or playing games with people in general. Like, let's be real, you really can. It's called communication. That's it. Just talk. This is what I like, this is what I don't like, this is what I appreciate, I don't appreciate when this happened. And instead of, you know, playing the cat and mouse game, it can be settled. Simple communication. That's it. I bet you didn't know that it was just that easy. Sometimes the hardest things for us to do is to communicate, because we may feel like we don't want to come off wrong to the other person, and we don't know how the other person is going to accept what we have to say. But usually the hardest things for you to do is the most appropriate thing for you to do. It's the most beneficial thing for you to do, because you'll learn. Sometimes you may think you might feel like you got a frog in your throat before you speak to somebody because you have something really that you feel maybe they may take the wrong way, and then they're like, oh yeah, I never thought about it that way, and they're willing to listen and they appreciate and respect you more than you running away or you doing something and then chasing them, trying to get them back. You know, like that game gets old. And I am talking to you cats out there too, you chasers. Like I said, a lot of times that's what happens. You'll, in an event, you know, that maybe the runner, they had a reason to run away from you. Then, you know, in some cases, a lot of cases, usually it's because the chaser plays the game too. They may go ghost for a little bit. They may start talking to other people. They may cheat. They may, you know, say something inappropriate to you. They may push your buttons. They may try to cross your boundaries and everything. And as soon as that person's like, you know what, I'm not doing this, then they're chasing. Like, what's the logic here, y'all? Like, seriously, what's the logic? Y'all gonna get tired of that game, tired of each other, and then eventually resent each other for something that y'all could have easily talked about, or as the chaser, if you were the one who did something wrong, now you're chasing that other person and not letting them go because you just don't want to, well, for whatever reason. We really just need to just be real with ourselves and just grow up. If we want to be in relationships, we always want to talk about we want to be in relationships on any level. Relationship as a friend, relationships on an intimate level, personal relationship, family relationships, any kind of relationship you can think of. They have all kinds of different labels and stuff out there, different ways of thinking about what a relationship is to them, whatever your reason is. We all want to talk about that, but we're not willing to do the work. The most important part, which is just doing the work. Growing up. Like, leave the cat and the mouse game to actual cats and mice, or leave that to the teens and the young adults. But with you 27, I say, and up, just be honest. Stop. I mean, because at the end of the day, a lot of times when, let's say you are the chaser, a lot of times when you are the chaser, it's because the other person doesn't want to be caught. And even if they do want to be caught, they're lost because you don't have time for games. So if they start doing the running away and not wanting to respond to you and not wanting to talk to you and not being available when they used to be available, just take it as a loss. Take it as, okay, well, then you obviously don't want to be bothered with me. So, I mean, once and twice, you know, stuff comes up. Okay, that's realistic. But if you notice it's a constant routine and, you know, you're doing good for a few weeks and then 1 week they're back to running again, if that's constantly happening to you, you don't need that. Cut that off. Cut it off. Stop boosting the other person's ego by chasing, because some people really get a thrill out of that. Some people really enjoy making somebody prove to them that they want them by chasing them, and that's just an unhealthy person, because honestly, how does that prove anything? Like I said, a person could chase you because they do like you, but they can also chase you because they're just, you making them feel like maybe there's something I'm doing wrong, so let me keep trying. And that's not fair, especially if that person's not doing anything wrong and you're just doing it because you want an ego boost. That's not fair to that person, because they're sticking in there because, like I said, they may really like you as a person. They may really like you as a potential. But they also, when you're playing that game with them, at first, initially, they're going to start feeling like, well, maybe I shouldn't have said something. Maybe, you know, maybe I'm not cool enough. Maybe I'm not pretty enough. Maybe, and they're blaming themselves when it's just all part of your game that you're trying to play. That's not right, and that's not fair. I mean, eventually you're going to get yours because they're going to cut you off eventually. But until then, it's just not fair to make somebody go through that when it's just a game for you. Like you're just playing a game just to make them prove to you that they like you so much. And then chasers, like that, I know a lot of chasers who play the game too. They don't really want anything. It's just a boost to their ego as well, because they're like, well, this person's not all over me the way the other people are. This person doesn't want me as bad as a lot of other people do, so I'm going to chase them. And then I'm going to get them to like me too. And I have no intention on doing anything, you know, once I get their attention. I just want to know that I can get them. you see, like, it's just too much of a game. We too old, y'all. We need to grow up, and we need to really just be mature. If you said that you're ready for a relationship, be ready for it. So if you like, y'all both like each other, let each other know it. Stop playing the game. And oh well, you don't want to risking your feelings hurt, risk that person dropping you, risking that person, saying that you're not the one. But that's just a part of dating. Learn to date without expectation. Just date and just get to know people. I have people who date me and then they ghosted me. I've had people that dated me and just said that I'm not what they're looking for, but we can be friends. I have people that dated me who who played the little game of the chase, and then they didn't want anything with me. It just made them feel good to have a woman, I guess, of my caliber like them. You have to think highly of yourself, ladies. So, but yeah, so I mean, it's all kinds of stuff out there. You take a risk, but it's good to take the risk and stop wasting your time, wasting other people's time, and playing the games. Just take the risk. If they don't like you, they don't like you. If they love you, great. If you don't like them, same thing. Let them know and keep it going. But y'all let me know what you think. Like I said, there's no way, no party wins in the game of cat and mouse, in my opinion. Nobody does. I mean, I played it. I've had people play it with me. And I've been on both ends, the mouse and the cat. And I'm still single. Because at the time, people stop, they don't want to play your game. And they don't want to chase. They don't want to have to prove that they love you or they care about you. Nobody wants to do that forever. So that you get it together and if you're saying that this is what you want, then you get it together and you actually show it by giving and receiving and vice versa, and really putting an effort into that relationship, or you're just going to lose. And then you're going to feel more salty because then you're going to feel like, man, I shouldn't have played that game. Or I shouldn't have kept chasing. Because sometimes when people say that they're not interested in us, or if they say, I'm okay with just being friends, sometimes we still be chasing, y'all. And we got to cut that out too, because that's not healthy. Then that person, you're smothering them because they feel like they know you're still trying to talk them into being with you, and they told you they don't want a relationship. And on top of that, they just feel like, I can't even be friends with this person. Like, I don't even have time to even think about what I want for myself because they're trying to force me. So, anyway, let me stop rambling. But yes, that's my thought on the cat and mouse game. Y'all let me know what you think. Add to it. I know there's plenty more to it. There's plenty of different ways to look at it, and I would love to hear what you all have to say. As I always ask, the only thing that I ask is that you be polite and courteous in the comments section, because I'm reading your comments as well as everyone else who views this page. And when our job here is to uplift, be encouraging, and to help other people get different perspectives on how to get through this thing called life. So y'all let me know what you think. Drop it in the comment box below. We'll keep the conversation going and talk next time. Bye.